Have you ever wondered if the most powerful thing you could do for your brain doesn't happen in the morning, at the gym, or even while solving puzzles, but instead begins with what you eat just before going to bed? Imagine waking up with a sharper mind, clearer memories, and a brain that has spent the entire night repairing itself while you peacefully slept. It may sound too good to be true, but modern research continues to reveal something remarkable. During sleep, your brain is far from inactive. In fact, it becomes incredibly busy cleaning out waste, strengthening memories, repairing cells, and preparing you for another day. And what you eat in the evening may either support that incredible overnight process or quietly interfere with it. If you're over 60, this information becomes even more important. As we age, changes in memory and concentration often seem inevitable. Maybe you occasionally forget where you placed your glasses, walk into a room and can't remember why, or struggle to recall someone's name. While occasional forgetfulness is normal, many people assume nothing can be done to help their brains age more gracefully. Fortunately, that's not entirely true. Your daily habits, especially your evening routine, can make a meaningful difference. Tonight's dinner and bedtime snack may become tomorrow's clearer thinking. Today, we're going to explore 5 incredible foods that may help support your brain while you sleep, improve memory over time, and nourish the remarkable organ that has carried you through every experience of your life. But before we begin, take a moment to think about your own evening routine. Do you usually reach for cookies, chips, sugary desserts, or processed snacks before bed? Or perhaps you skip eating altogether because you've heard that eating late is unhealthy. The truth is far more balanced. Choosing the right foods in the right amounts may actually give your brain valuable nutrients exactly when it needs them most. Let's begin with understanding what happens inside your brain every single night. While you're asleep, your brain enters one of its most important maintenance periods. During deep sleep, memories from the day are sorted, strengthened, and stored. Unnecessary information is filtered away, while important experiences become long-term memories. At the same time, a specialized cleaning system helps remove waste products that naturally build up during the day. Scientists often compare this process to a nighttime cleaning crew entering an office building after everyone has gone home. Without that cleaning crew, clutter would continue accumulating. Your brain depends on this nightly maintenance. Unfortunately, aging, poor sleep, chronic stress, unhealthy eating, and certain medical conditions can all reduce the efficiency of these natural repair processes. That's why supporting your brain before bedtime may be more valuable than many people realize. The first food that deserves your attention is walnuts. Walnuts don't just resemble tiny brains, they also contain nutrients that your brain truly appreciates. They're rich in healthy omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamin E, and plant compounds that help fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is one of the major contributors to aging throughout the body, including the brain. Several studies have associated regular nut consumption with better cognitive performance in older adults. Walnuts are especially interesting because they contain alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fat that supports healthy brain cells. Imagine your brain cells as tiny communication towers constantly sending messages. Healthy fats help keep those communication lines functioning smoothly. While walnuts aren't a miracle cure, including a small handful in your evening routine may help provide important building blocks your brain uses during overnight maintenance. Walnuts also contain melatonin naturally. Melatonin is the hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. Better sleep often means better memory consolidation, which is the process of converting today's experiences into tomorrow's lasting memories. One retired teacher shared that she replaced her nightly cookies with a handful of walnuts and plain yogurt. She didn't expect dramatic results overnight, but after several weeks, she noticed she was waking up feeling more refreshed. More importantly, she found herself remembering shopping lists without constantly checking her phone. Small lifestyle changes rarely produce instant transformations, but consistency often creates meaningful improvements. The second food may surprise you because many people think of it as breakfast rather than an evening food. It's blueberries. These small berries are packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants responsible for their deep blue color. Researchers have been studying these compounds for years because they appear to help protect brain cells from inflammation and oxidative damage. Inflammation isn't always visible. Inside the body, chronic low-grade inflammation may quietly contribute to many age-related health challenges. including cognitive decline. While blueberries aren't medicine, regularly including them in a balanced diet has been associated with better cognitive function in some studies. One wonderful bedtime option is combining blueberries with plain Greek yogurt. This combination provides antioxidants along with protein that helps you stay satisfied without causing large spikes in blood sugar. Stable blood sugar during the night matters more than many people realize. Sharp increases followed by sudden drops may interrupt sleep quality. Since your brain relies heavily on a steady supply of glucose, maintaining balanced blood sugar supports healthy brain function. Think of your brain as a high-performance engine. It doesn't simply need fuel, it needs steady, reliable fuel. Constant fluctuations make the engine work harder than necessary. Another benefit of blueberries is that they fit into almost every eating style. Whether you enjoy them fresh or frozen, they remain an easy addition to your evening meal. Now let's move to the third food, one that has earned tremendous respect among nutrition researchers: fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, trout, and mackerel provide DHA and EPA, two omega-3 fatty acids that are major structural components of the brain. DHA is especially abundant in brain tissue. As we grow older, maintaining healthy brain cell membranes becomes increasingly important. These healthy fats help support communication between neurons and may contribute to long-term cognitive health. Many experts recommend eating fatty fish at least twice each week. If one of those meals happens to be dinner, your body continues processing those valuable nutrients while you sleep. Some people worry about eating fish in the evening because they think it may feel heavy. In reality, a moderate portion with vegetables and whole grains often makes an excellent evening meal. It's satisfying without being overly rich or difficult to digest. One gentleman in his 70s decided to replace processed frozen dinners with baked salmon twice each week. At first, his motivation was improving his heart health. Months later, he noticed another welcome change. He felt mentally sharper during his morning crossword puzzles. While many healthy habits likely contributed, improving his nutrition became part of a larger picture that supported both brain and body. Remember that no single food works alone. Your brain responds to overall lifestyle patterns. Nutritious meals, regular movement, quality sleep, social interaction, and mental stimulation all work together. The fourth bedtime-friendly food is pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds often receive far less attention than they deserve. They contain magnesium, zinc, iron, and healthy fats, all nutrients involved in supporting brain health. Magnesium plays many roles throughout the body, including supporting normal nerve function and helping muscles relax. Some people find that adequate magnesium intake supports better sleep quality, although responses vary from person to person. Zinc contributes to communication between brain cells, while iron helps deliver oxygen throughout the body, including to the brain. Even mild nutrient deficiencies can affect how energetic and mentally sharp someone feels. Pumpkin seeds are also wonderfully versatile. Sprinkle them over yogurt, mix them into oatmeal, or simply enjoy a small handful after dinner. Portion size still matters. Healthy foods remain calorie-containing foods, so moderation is important. A small serving is usually enough to provide nutritional benefits without becoming an oversized bedtime snack. Now we've reached the fifth food, and it's one that many people already have in their kitchens: kiwi. Kiwi contains vitamin C, antioxidants, fiber, and serotonin precursors that researchers have investigated in relation to sleep quality. Some studies suggest that eating kiwi before bedtime may improve sleep in certain individuals. Why does sleep matter so much for memory? During deep sleep, your brain strengthens important neural connections. Imagine reading a new phone number several times. During sleep, your brain decides whether that information deserves long-term storage. Better sleep creates a better opportunity for that process. Even if kiwi's effects differ from person to person, it's a nutritious fruit that fits beautifully into a healthy evening routine. Some older adults report that replacing sugary desserts with fruit gradually reduced nighttime cravings while helping them feel lighter before bed. Better sleep often followed naturally. Now let's talk about something equally important: the foods that may work against your brain overnight. Highly processed, sugary desserts may temporarily satisfy cravings, but they can contribute to unstable blood sugar during the night. Excessive alcohol close to bedtime often disrupts sleep architecture, reducing the quality of restorative sleep even if someone falls asleep quickly. Heavy, greasy meals immediately before bed may also interfere with comfortable sleep by increasing digestive discomfort. Large amounts of caffeine late in the afternoon or evening can quietly reduce deep sleep without people realizing it. Some individuals believe they sleep just fine after evening coffee, but sleep quality may still be affected. Your evening choices create an environment. Either you're giving your brain the conditions it needs to perform overnight maintenance, or you're making that job more difficult. Now imagine two different evenings. In the first, someone spends the evening watching television while eating ice cream, potato chips, and sugary soda before finally falling asleep after midnight. In the second, someone finishes dinner a few hours before bed, enjoys Greek yogurt with blueberries and walnuts, drinks water, limits screen time, reads a few pages of a favorite book, and goes to bed at a consistent hour. Neither evening determines someone's future by itself, but repeated hundreds of times over months and years, these routines may produce very different outcomes. Consistency matters far more than perfection. Another powerful habit involves hydration. Mild dehydration can affect attention, concentration, and memory. Drinking enough fluids throughout the day supports overall brain function. However, many older adults find it helpful to reduce large amounts of fluid immediately before bedtime to minimize nighttime bathroom trips that interrupt sleep. Physical activity also deserves attention. Even a daily walk increases blood flow to the brain and supports cardiovascular health. Since your brain depends on healthy circulation, your heart and brain work closely together. Social engagement remains another often overlooked factor. Conversations, laughter, volunteering, learning new skills, and maintaining relationships all provide valuable mental stimulation. Think of brain health like tending a beautiful garden. Nutritious food provides fertile soil. Sleep supplies the nighttime restoration. Exercise brings fresh water. Social interaction provides sunlight. Mental challenges encourage continued growth. One habit alone rarely transforms the garden. Together, they create an environment where healthy growth becomes more likely. Let's also discuss protein. Some people avoid protein in the evening because they think it's unnecessary. In reality, moderate amounts of protein can help maintain muscle health during aging while supporting satiety. Pairing protein with antioxidant-rich fruits or healthy fats creates balanced evening snacks. Examples include plain yogurt with blueberries, cottage cheese with kiwi, or a few walnuts alongside fruit. If you're managing diabetes, kidney disease, digestive disorders, or other medical conditions, your evening nutrition should reflect guidance from your healthcare provider. Individual needs vary, and personalized advice always takes priority. Another fascinating aspect of brain health involves inflammation throughout the entire body. Chronic inflammation doesn't only affect joints or muscles, it may also influence brain function. That's why diets emphasizing vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, fish, olive oil, and whole grains have attracted significant scientific interest. These eating patterns provide diverse nutrients, working together instead of relying on isolated supplements. Supplements certainly have their place for people with documented deficiencies or specific medical recommendations, but many experts continue emphasizing that whole foods offer complex combinations of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and plant compounds difficult to replicate inside a single capsule. Your dinner plate can become one of your greatest long-term investments. Perhaps you're wondering how long these changes take. That's an understandable question. Unlike pain medicine, nutrition rarely creates overnight sensations. Your body quietly adapts over weeks, months, and years. Some people notice improved energy within days after reducing processed foods. Better sleep may appear within weeks. Cognitive benefits often require consistent healthy habits over much longer periods. Patience becomes part of the process. One mistake many people make is expecting dramatic changes immediately. When those changes don't arrive after 3 days, they give up. Instead, imagine planting an oak tree. You wouldn't expect towering branches next week, yet every day beneath the surface, roots continue growing. Healthy habits often work exactly the same way. Let's review an example evening routine that supports brain health. Dinner includes baked salmon with steamed vegetables and brown rice. Later in the evening, if hunger returns, a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt topped with blueberries, chopped walnuts, and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds makes a satisfying snack. About an hour before bed, electronic devices are put away. Lights become dimmer, and the bedroom remains cool and quiet. Nothing about this routine is extreme. There are no expensive supplements, no impossible diets, no magical promises, just simple habits repeated consistently. Another important factor is stress. Chronic stress increases hormones that over time may affect memory and learning. Gentle evening relaxation practices such as reading, stretching, prayer, meditation, or slow breathing may help prepare both mind and body for restorative sleep. When stress decreases, sleep often improves. When sleep improves, memory often benefits. Everything connects. Researchers increasingly describe health as an interconnected system rather than isolated organs. Your gut influences your brain, your heart supports your brain, your sleep affects your immune system, your emotional health influences physical health. Every healthy choice sends small positive signals throughout the body. Even if you're already in your 70s or 80s, meaningful improvements remain possible. The human brain continues adapting throughout life in ways scientists once underestimated. This remarkable ability, known as neuroplasticity, reminds us that our brains are not fixed machines. They continue responding to learning, nutrition, movement, and experience. That's hopeful news. No one can erase aging, but healthy habits may help us age with greater vitality. Imagine waking tomorrow knowing that while you slept, your brain spent hours repairing, organizing memories, strengthening connections, and preparing you for another meaningful day. Tonight's choices help shape tomorrow's possibilities. You don't have to change everything at once. Perhaps tonight you simply replace a sugary dessert with blueberries and yogurt. Next week you add walnuts. Then you include fatty fish in your weekly meals. Later you begin taking evening walks. Small changes become lasting habits. Lasting habits become healthier years. And healthier years create more opportunities to enjoy conversations with family, remember precious moments with grandchildren, continue hobbies you love, and maintain independence for as long as possible. Memory isn't only about recalling facts. It's about recognizing loved ones, remembering stories, celebrating birthdays, sharing wisdom, and preserving the experiences that make each life unique. Your brain has served you every single day since the moment you were born. It deserves thoughtful care. As you finish watching, think about one simple change you can make tonight, not next month, not next year, tonight. Maybe it's a handful of walnuts instead of cookies. Maybe it's blueberries instead of ice cream. Maybe it's going to bed 30 minutes earlier. Small decisions repeated consistently often become the foundation of remarkable long-term health. Thank you for spending this time investing in your well-being. Every step you take toward healthier living is a gift to your future self. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant dietary or lifestyle changes, especially if you have existing medical conditions or take prescription medications. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Wellness Wisdom Daily, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear which of these 5 brain-friendly foods you'll be adding to your evening routine. Your support helps us continue creating practical, science-informed health content to help you live a healthier, sharper, and happier life.